What's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. And if you're familiar with the channel, then you already know that the Form 84 has quickly become my favorite silhouette. A lot of my viewers and subscribers have mentioned to me, hey, you gotta look at the ADVs. Those are like a skateboarding version of the Form Low. I'm not sure if they make any mid ADVs. Actually, I think they do. But in this instance, I'm looking at a low. This one just became available on the Adidas website. And shout out to my buddy C-Dub that let me know that these were on there. Whenever I saw them, I thought they were unique. I thought that they looked different enough from everything else that I have to go ahead and grab a pair. I want to get into the materials. I also want to compare them to the Crew Green Form 84 lows, just to give you an idea of just the overall vibes of them and, you know, see how the materials stand up, that sort of thing. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's look at these Form 84 Low ADVs. If you're not familiar with the channel and there's a Form 84 that you're interested in, check out my Form 84 playlist because there's a good chance I've taken a look at it. I have literally bought not all of them, but a large amount of them, and I'm just in love with this shoe. But anyhow, this is an ADV. The box is a little bit different than what I'm used to getting for Form 84s. This is all black. It's got 3 stripes going across the top in kind of like a glossier finish. I don't even know if you can see that. The tag reads Form 84 Low ADV. I went with the 10.5 on these because I saw on the website that it mentioned using recycled materials. And on the Team Power Red highs and lows, I mentioned how sometimes I'm a little bit hesitant with sizing because if they've got buttery material, I go with the 10. If they have recycled material, I go with the 10.5. But we'll talk about that a little bit more. The colors on here are footwear white, and then I think it's shadow olive. I believe that's what it is. Retail price on these was around $100, and currently if you're an icon, there might be a chance that you have a $30 off coupon, so check that out on the website as well. But then here they are, and I really like the look of these things. First thing I noticed is that they don't have the 3 stripes, and of course I noticed that before I ordered them, but I think that's a really unique twist, and it really gives the shoe a very unique feel. Like, I don't have any other Form 84s, even though I've got, like, I don't even know how many of them. But I don't have any other ones that really have this look or this feel to them. So I'm glad because it's not like anything else that I have in the collection right now. But immediately, what I noticed whenever I picked these up is the material is really good quality. I actually had to go online and double check and see if it really did say that there was recycled stuff in here. And when I dug a little bit deeper, it looked like what they said was they used scraps from other shoes, but it was premium quality leather. So basically the cuttings that they would have, the extra scraps that they would have after making other shoes, is what they cut these panels out of to create these shoes. And you can tell it's not super soft, it's not super buttery like we get on some of the OG looking Form 84s, but it's a very heavy grade, it's really thick cuts, and it's really quality material. And so just for example, this is what I'm talking about when I'm referring to one of the OG type Form 84s. This has really buttery leather, but like up on the mudguard, it's not as buttery. It's still really good quality, and that's kind of the feel that this shoe has all over it. It's definitely good. You definitely get a lot of those ripples and that sort of thing, and it doesn't feel cheap at all. If you look at the panels and the overlays, it's incredibly thick. And I think that they specifically went with material that was going to hold up on these because this is built for skateboarding. This is more of a lifestyle shoe. And this is very buttery, it's very supple, it's very soft, and I love this pair of kicks. This is probably my most worn Form 84 low, but I think if you would try to skateboard in these things, you would probably tear the surface of them up really, really quick. Not to take any quality away from these or anything, but these are just a little bit more of like a heavier grade, and they're built for a purpose. So I wouldn't skate in these shoes. I wouldn't skateboard at all, considering I'm old and I got a bad neck, but I wouldn't skateboard in these. These were built for skateboarding, you know? So the leather might feel a little bit more luxurious. It's softer out of the box, but I think these are going to be just as comfortable. They might require a little bit more of like a breaking in period, but this quality is just as good as the quality on this, or like the Team Power Red highs, lows, any of those, the Orbit grays. This quality is really, really remarkable, and I'm glad so many people have told me, hey, you got to look at the ADVs, you got to look at the ADVs, because they were right. And I'm glad that more people aside from myself are noticing, like, wow, these Form 84s are really, really something to take notice of, you know? But I will just say, like, these feel heavier, a little bit more stiff, and I do think that there would be a little bit more of like a breaking in period, whereas these come out of the box feeling like you've had them for years and like they're already broken in and just super, super soft and buttery. These definitely have more weight to them than what this shoe does. But getting into the review, we've got a standard Form 84 tread pattern in this nice sail color. It's got this, I guess this is like the olive color, but it looks kind of brown to me for the suction cup. And coming up to the midsole, it's more that same color as the outsole. And you see that foam and the Dillinger webbing there at the midfoot. And just above that, you've got a hard plastic heel anchor. And this cup sole feels a lot more sturdy and substantial than what it does on the Crew green pair. But then for the entire upper, starting at the mud guard, and really every overlay is just a really thick, great feeling, high quality white leather, and it really looks great. I really, really like these. The Adidas emblem on the side is embroidered in instead of just kind of being stamped. And this, of course, doesn't have a strap, whereas the Crew green pair and those more retro looking ones do. Another difference in these, the tongue feels more padded, and these also have a leather sock liner, so I wasn't expecting that, but that's no problem with me. And I do think that the insole is more padded, as well as the inside liner of the shoe is more padded. But it's just got a white nylon tongue with that Adidas tag at the top. And you can see on the insole it says Adidas, the brand with 3 stripes for skateboarding.